fashion industry, cost efficiency is important. In fact, fashion is not discussed enough. You're costing on your table first before you say you're carrying out any production or it's another moment with the lady in fashion. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, you're welcome on this channel. And if you are my returning subscriber, you are my real G, welcome back to my channel. And I'm going to say, when you're living your life as human and as someone that wants to look good and dress well and wants to be interacted with in the community, there is high tendency that you are conscious of what you wear and how you wear them. And this is why this channel has been structured to help you dress well and look good. And aside that, if you're doing a business or doing a career in line with the fashion industry, you will be able to learn one or two things to help you figure your niche and be able to walk around your profession. Welcome to my channel. And in our previous video, we had conversation about colors, and some of you guys said it is not elaborated enough because it is deep. There is so much to colors in fashion than just mentioning them and just explaining them in bits. So this is why I have brought to you guys today to discuss some of those things that I mentioned in passing on the previous videos and explain them further. So now I'm going to start with pattern and texture. Pattern and texture is one of the criteria to selecting an excellent colors for your outfit or for your designs when you're creating designs for your brand, or probably you're trying to dress up or styling. If you're into fashion styling, that is good for you. Pattern and texture plays crucial role in design functionality and aesthetics of a garment. So that is why we place a very strong understanding of pattern and textures before you combine your fabrics or combine your colors together in creation of designs. They both influence the final product, from the way the garment feels in terms of the way it fits in your body, the feeling, the movement, and the interaction with light. You know, not too bright, not too dull, not too sharp, and you know, that is what pattern and texture does. When we talk about pattern in garments, so I'm dividing it into two. I'll discuss pattern first in this particular episode, then in the next episode I will discuss texture. Pattern is essentially a blueprint in garment construction, and it's involved in the technical designs of the individual components, such as the body, the shape, the curve, the sleeves, these curves in construction of garments. So it is important to know the details of what pattern is. So what are the key aspects of pattern? The type of pattern, the grading, the fit and proportion, pattern making process, then the cost efficiency. So those are the things you consider when you try aspect of creating pattern. Let's discuss firstly the type of pattern. We have the 2D templates, which is like the flat pattern that we see everywhere on clothes, the patterns on these clothes. Then we have the drapes too, pattern of clothes, the random one you see, the 2D one you see. Then drapes on clothes, when you put a cloth on a mannequin and you fold it to make a pattern. That is draping. That is drapes. You put like a fabric or a dress on a mannequin and it's draped on the mannequin and you pin it. You see all those things that you see online, that they will fold the clothes and they will pin it and all of that. So that's a type of pattern. Then another type of pattern is the 2D. Then when we come to the technology aspect of pattern, where technology has advanced and it has brought about the CAD, which is the computer aided designs, where we now have 3D, we have stuff that we create directly from this thing, then print out and use to make a pattern. You know, that is a different case entirely. Then now we talk about fit and proportion. So fit and proportion, you know, pattern naturally affects the fit of a garment depending on the shape, on the type and all of that. You know, for example, if you are doing draping, you know, you have to consider somebody's body type before you over drape a dress. So pattern actually influences the kind of designs that works around the particular body type and all of that. Let's talk about grading. Grading is the process of scaling your pattern into different measurements while maintaining the garment proportion. You know, when you are done creating your pattern, you have to scale it into different proportion for it to accommodate different body types. I mentioned that fitting and proportion pattern affects it, so you have to, that is where grading comes in. So that are the things that we do to make sure that it fits the body type that you're trying to work on. Pattern making process requires you creating of pattern, drafting, seaming, darting, doing all of those things that fashion designers do. So that is it. Then I mentioned earlier, I mentioned earlier about CAD, which is the computer aided design, where you use computerized methods to create your patterns for your design. So they call it pattern drafting literally. So pattern drafting like influences the kind of colors that you use for your designs, and the process is you seam, you dart, so you can use the computerized kind of way to create your pattern. Then the last one I'm going to discuss under the aspect of pattern is the cost efficiency. Cost efficiency, pattern can affect the level of your cost efficiency. A good pattern management can help to minimize cost and optimize your production process. So you have to consider, you have to be mindful of how you manage your pattern when you are creating your garment, especially when combining colors. Some people want to create 10 patterns in a particular design, and you are going to use 10 different colors of fabrics in that particular design. Trust me, you have to be careful. Except you are making in wholesale, you are making in large proportion, you have to be careful, because you need to get, that means you need to get 10 fabrics to get that done. Sustainability is also important. So a good pattern management helps with cost minimization and optimizing your production process. I need you to note that pattern account for a good shaping, flexibility, and accountability of a garment or of your design. So what will you choose? A bad patterning or a good patterning? So you have to choose one and work around the proper aspect of patterning that will help your brand to be a better one. So let me go all over the patterns again. We have the types of patterns that we have. You have to think wide before you say you're creating a particular design. The type of pattern we have, the fit and proportion, the grading, then the pattern making process, then the last one is your cost efficiency. In fact, there is no aspect of fashion industry or fashion production that does not require cost efficiency, or else you are going to make huge loss. You are going to, I don't know for any other profession, but for the fashion industry, cost efficiency is important. In fact, people like us that we advocate for sustainability, we believe that any fashion designer or a fashion enthusiast or a fashion stylist should carry your costing first, put it on your table first before you put your costing on your table first before you say you're carrying out any production, or you want to sell out a design, or you want to style a particular client and all of that. So this is the end of this particular episode. So in our next episode, I will discuss texture. So hope you learn from this, and you try to practice all of these things in your production, or probably you're trying to dress up for yourself. You have to select colors wisely. You have to select a proper pattern. I've talked about I've had a lot of videos on this channel where I discussed about styling yourself. So go and watch those videos and help yourself to be better. Thank you guys for always dropping your comments. Please, if you have any question, you can drop it in the comment section. I'm going to address it, all your questions, on another video. Thanks for watching my channel today. I will see you in my next video. Bye.